One of the most asked questions I get when I'm at a model contest is, Tim, what do you do with all the models that you build? Where do you put them? How do you display them? Storage or what? Well, in this video, I'm going to answer that question on what I think is the best way to display your built models. Now, we all know there's probably hundreds of different ways to display your models. Curio cabinets to the little display cases that you see there. I've got several of them. I've been buying those for years. All the way up to cases that can hang on the wall. And what I mean by that is what I like to do is go to Carney Display Cases. I found them to be best. I went there not too long ago and personally picked up some cases when I was up in Ohio. For an example, I bought this big case. It's called a 412. The reason I like 412s is I'm trying to find something to put some taller, bigger models in, such as semis, to get rid of the smaller cases that I have. Now, there's nothing wrong with the smaller cases. The only problem with the smaller cases, and I've got great experience about the smaller cases, and what I mean by that is, probably 30 years ago, I started buying all those smaller display cases that hold one model, and the more you stacked them and the more you stacked them, eventually they will tip over. And the day that I had a whole bunch of them tip over, and I had about 30 models crash onto the floor, was the day I decided there's got to be a better way. And what I mean by that better way is the Carney Display Cases. Here's another case I picked up. It's called a 15 Funny. And when you go to Carney Display Cases, and I'll show you here in a second what I'm talking about, don't just concentrate on the models. Go to the die cast and go to everything else. You're going to find all different sizes of display cases. And what I like about these cases is they hang on the wall. There's no more crashing. They get up out of the way. And you can display your models like artwork. Again, there's nothing wrong with the individual cases, but I think by the time you buy all your individual cases, it comes out to be more than a Carney display case. For an example, the most popular Carney display case is called a 2424. I think it's only 119 bucks. So in other words, it holds 24 1/24 scale cars. That's a great deal when you break it down to holding 24 cars. But I picked up a couple of these 15 Funnies. Another one I like a lot is, this is called a 10 drag. I don't have much room for all these things here. And what a 10 drag is, it's a little bit different than the 15 Funny. 10 drag, the shelves are not as high. So you're not wasting room by putting a model in and having a whole bunch of extra room. Where the 15 Funnies that'll hold 15 funny cars, of course with the bodies or lids up, and they have a lot more room for a taller model, like four-wheel drives or something with antennas and stuff. But the 412 I like. I'm going to try to put some semis in it. It's tall enough to hold semis. Picked up some 10 drag. Picked up a couple 1520s. Here's my other 412 back here. But Carney Display Cases is the way to go. It's the cheapest and safest route. Again, there's nothing wrong with buying the individual cases. I was buying those back when they were about $5 a piece. Now they're like maybe 15 bucks a piece. That adds up to a lot of money when you want to display 25, 30 models. And these don't come crashing down. But anyway, let's get the camera turned around. I'll show you how to go to Carney and find some of these display cases. What I like to do is go to Google and type in Carney Display Cases. Enter that, and you scroll down just right there, and you'll see Carney Plastics. Click on Carney Plastics, which is their website. There's their website, Carney Display Cases, and you'll have several things to go look at. Shop now, to die-cast car display cases, to sports collectibles, to anything and everything. They make cases for anything and everything. Any size you want. They'll even custom make cases for you, any size. Just don't concentrate on the die-cast or the model section. Choose one of the ones you want: Hot Wheels, NASCAR, model car, funny car, display cases. Again, think out of the box like what I just showed you. Not every model we build is the exact same size. Of course, if you're just building your normal average 1/25th scale car,
Yeah, you can go with the 24-24 easily. But if you got some pickup trucks, semis, anything big or small, think out of the box. But anyway, click on to whatever subject you want to go to. Is the most popular case I was talking about, the 24-24. It's called NASCAR Diecast Model Car Display Case, 24 car, 1/24 scale. That is their most popular one. It's what, 119, 120 bucks. Hold 24 cars. Love that case. I've got several of those. I've got a whole one just packed full of my NASCARs. I've got a couple more packed full of just my basic 24 scale cars that I build. But love that case. It'll hold 24 cars comfortably. I highly recommend that one. If you're on the fence about anything, at least get that one. That's the best bang for the buck right there. There's the Funny Car Diecast case I showed you, the 1524. It's called Funny Car Diecast case. Again, think out of the box. No, I'm not putting diecast cars in these. I'm putting taller models in, like pickup trucks, things like that. Something that has antennas that you don't want bent. You know what I'm talking about. All our models that we build are different sizes. If you build a four-wheel drive, you're not going to fit it in that 24-24. You're going to have it sitting out as an oddball. So pick up an oddball case to put some oddball models in. Again, Carney Display Cases, made in the USA. Gotta love it. Love supporting something that's made in USA. There's only one Carney Display Case company in the whole world, and it's the one in Ohio. And everything's done right there in-house, made in the USA. Nothing is shipped out to be done. The only thing they ship out is your order. Made in USA, love it. But there's the Top Fuel Dragster case that I showed you, holds 10. Again, thinking out of the box. I'm not going to be putting 10 Top Fuel cars in there. I'm going to be putting different types of size of models in there. That's why I picked up these different size of cases, just to think out of the box and hold a little bit of anything and everything. But that's a great deal right there. Highly recommend that case. Here's the case. I'm going to try to put 4 semis in this. It's called the 412 case. It's obviously designed to hold 4 very large cars. Well, I'm not going to be putting 4 very large cars in it. I'm going to be putting 4 semis in it. And that'll hold 4 semis comfortably, I think. So that one's the 412 case that I showed you. Picked up a couple of those. And then also on their website, their main page, look at the categories on the left there. You'll see a lot of categories. You'll see sneeze guards. I mean, they make anything and everything. You Hot Wheel guys, I've got a big case from Hot Wheels. I did a video, a couple, 3 years ago showing my favorite Hot Wheels, and they're in a Carney Display Case. I think that thing holds 100 cars or something. It's crazy. But they make anything and everything, from something as small as holding Hot Wheels to any size of car, to basketballs, to footballs, to anything, you name it. Again, they will custom make you a case. Call them up if you got some questions or you want some answers. Give them a call. They'll talk to you and answer any question you got. But there's some more categories there. Here's some more. Your sprint car case. You check out a sprint car case and check out the dimensions on that when you go there. Again, it shows all dimensions. Do a little homework and figure something out. So if you're going to pick up a 24-24, I highly recommend you pick something else up too, kind of an oddball case to hold the oddball cars. But they got anything and everything. But Carney Plastic, gotta love them. Made in the USA. Great cases. I've had years and years of experience with these things. Just love them.
And if you can't make it up to Carney Plastics, which is all the way up in Ohio, I understand that. I've only been up there a couple times in my life, and I've been getting these cases now for many, many, many years, and I've always had them shipped to me. If you want to see how they're shipped to you, check out this video right here. I did an unboxing a couple years ago on some display cases I had Carney shipped to me. You'll be amazed at how well they're packed. Also, if you want to see the inside workings of Carney Plastic, one of the times I went up there, I filmed a video on going there and the showroom floor and all about Carney. You can check out that video right here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Carney Plastics. But highly recommend these display cases. One by one, I've been getting rid of my small cases, and these have been replacing it. After that crash, I said no more stacking. this is definitely the best way to go. And again, I can hang my display cases up and it's like artwork on the wall. And after all, our models are works of art. We'll see you guys on the next video on Throttle Power.